Hey everyone, my name is Tim Schmoyer and welcome to another Youth Questions video where we answer real questions from real teenagers about real life. If you're a teenager watching this video and you have some questions you'd like us to answer in an upcoming video, check out the links below. You can ask anonymously through the link you'll find down there. This week's question comes from a teenager who's asking something that all of us experience probably a lot more than we really want to. They ask this: I have periods in life when I feel stressed about almost everything and that frustrates me. How can I handle all the stress I feel from school, parents, and my friends? That's a great question, and we're going to do our best to answer it the best way we can.
I know all too well, working with teenagers myself, the stress that teenagers have in their lives. Pressures, I understand, are coming at you from all angles, from parents and teachers and coaches, and even from yourself and school.
There are two ways to handle stress. One is to let it undermine us, at which point it turns into depression, anxiety, makes our bodies miserable, makes us a little difficult to live with, and can even cause addiction, or put stress to work.
If it's school, if it's exams, for example, which is very common at your age, perhaps it's about trying to set up a routine for study, working out a timetable for what needs done when, working things out in small chunks so that you can progress through it and not feel the overwhelming burden.
Make a to-do list, just get your thoughts organized for all that you have to accomplish, because I know schoolwork can be very overwhelming. And then on top of that, dealing with this generation of youth is the busiest generation ever, so dealing with all of the demands that you have from your extracurricular activities, the expectations of your parents, if you get all that on paper and you're able to look at it in one place, it might not seem so overwhelming and stressful.
Here's life, the four-legged stool, right? You know, our relationship with God and ourselves, you know, our physical, wellness, that includes, you know, sleeping and, you know, eating and exercising well. Then you've got sort of our relationship with family and friends, and you know, our relationship with nature. And you know, with any four of these in place, you can pile on pretty much anything. But you know, as soon as it's a three-legged stool, it becomes a little wobbly. And you know, when it's down to two, it will stand for a little while, but eventually plop. So I see stress as kind of a alert, an early warning signal.
It's kind of a little approach I have towards the life, and that it's easy to remember. It's 24, 7, and 1.
Be sure to be doing things that are going to relax you a wee bit. Like, for example, me now, I'm enjoying the sunshine while I'm trying to get some work done and stuff, so I'm trying to keep myself calm in a calm environment that's not going to cause me extra stress. 24 means there's 24 hours a day.
And you know what? 24 hours a day, maybe sometimes it seems like we don't have enough time. We always say, oh, I don't have enough time to accomplish everything I need to accomplish. Well, 24 hours, that's what God has given us.
Another thing is not to overpack your life. You might have too many things going on at once, what with school and family and friends and parents and all that.
Sometimes we just need to evaluate, you know, what's most important, and some things might just need to go. Some things we honestly can't do everything.
I think it's important to allow and surrender to some of the things that we can't control, and stop trying to control everything.
The next number is 7, meaning there's 7 days in our week. And for thousands of years, people have taken at least one day of rest. One day where they can recuperate, they can refresh, they can have recreation.
One thing that really helps when I'm stressed is to find a hobby that I enjoy doing, something that I can do that I don't do because I need to or because it's time to do it, but just something that I can do purely for the enjoyment of it.
Taking my iPod and finding a quiet place in my house or at a coffee shop or out walking around the neighborhood or whatever it might be, where I can just go and listen to my music and chill and have some me time.
There will be days when you will have truly no time at all except for time that you have to be doing school or something, but usually you should have some time during the day just that you can sit down or lie down and just watch a movie or just do something to decompress.
Work out what exactly it is that's causing you the stress. Is it school? Is it friends? Is it work? Is it family? Is it sports that you're involved with?
Be aware for a little while with no judgment. over what situations are causing us stress, and ask, you know, is it the situation, or is it my reaction to the situation? Is it, you know, is it because I'm defining myself in the eyes of others, you know, instead of myself or God, or am I, you know, pretty much only happy when other people are happy with me?
And then one meaning one daily pause. Just taking some time, maybe it's just a 5 minutes or 10 minutes where we pause, and maybe that looks like prayer, maybe it looks like journaling, maybe it looks like doing something we really enjoy.
The first thing that I found that helps me in dealing with stress is exercising. And I hate doing it, but when I finish, I feel so much better about myself and my situation.
To exercise, and I know it sounds very lame and stuff, but even just going out, getting some fresh air, getting a bit of a walk for about 20-30 minutes, enjoying some fresh air can do you the world of good.
So there's a serenity prayer I love. This is like one of the best pieces of advice ever. And it goes, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And that last part's the tricky part, because a lot of times we can't distinguish between, I mean, like, for example, if you're in a situation where your parents are driving you nuts, or your friends are driving you nuts, or you're dealing with a whole bunch of things at school or work, it's easy to think, I got to control everything, and it's hard to know sometimes, you know, maybe I can't change this person's situation, but I can change the way I react to it.
Make sure that you're talking to someone about this. Make sure that you're not going through this stress alone, that someone's on your side helping and supporting you.
There's so much help available to us that we choose sometimes not to accept or recognize because we feel like it's weakness, which is really lame. Because we all need each other, and I've been touched by that, where someone will come to me and thinking they're being a burden, tell me about a difficult situation. I find sometimes it's a gift.
You should probably find someone that you trust, that you can talk to about some of the things that you're feeling, whether that be an adult or a close friend or someone at church. But just find someone that you can share your feelings, maybe even a parent if you have a good relationship with your parents.
When I was going through a particularly stressful time getting an MBA, I had a friend that said to me, "This too shall pass." And I heard it, but I didn't really receive it. And I've gone back to that a lot of times where I'm going through a fit and I'm believing that, oh man, this is pervasive and permanent. And then you get away from it and you're like, yeah, it passed.
What advice do you guys have for dealing with the stress that you experienced in your life? Would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below, or even better yet, click right here and leave a video response. That way we can actually see and hear what you have to say about this question. Every Thursday we post a new video, so if you're not subscribed yet to us, make sure you click the subscribe button above this video on YouTube, or also click right here, and that way whenever we release a new video each week, you'll get a notification in your subscription box here on YouTube. Also, connect with us on Twitter and Facebook. We would love to keep in touch with you guys throughout the week. The links are in the description below this video on YouTube. Go check them out, and we'll see you guys next week for another Youth Questions video. Bye.